Okay, we're now going to switch over to a set of initials, NIE. Have a series of questions dealing with the NIE. One question, I guess I'd call it a Rip Van Winkle question. It's really like, where the hell have you been? Would the panel please describe what the NIE is and what it's doing now? If you don't like my comment on your question, you can see me afterwards.
Okay.
Dumb question, but go ahead.
The network integration evaluation, that's what NIE stands for. The N for network reflects that network is our current modernization priority, but that kind of glosses over the fact that we evaluate lots of capability solutions for the Department of the Army. It is a semi-annual exercise that occurs at Fort Bliss and White Sands. The unit that conducts the exercise is the 2nd Brigade 1st Armored Division, which is a regular Army Brigade Combat Team, FORCECOM Brigade Combat Team that is attached to Training and Doctrine Command's Brigade Modernization Command. It is a collaborative effort into what we have determined is called the Triad, which is Army Test and Evaluation Command, what is now System of Systems Integration on the acquisition side, and Brigade Modernization Command representing the operator. It happens every spring and every fall. It gets capability solutions in the hands of soldiers in a brigade operational context with a very well-developed collection plan, if you will, that asks the basic question, if I have to go to war tomorrow, would I want this capability? It asks what are the implications of this particular capability on doctrine, organization, training, et cetera, et cetera. And it provides that feedback into all of the stakeholders. And it takes advantage, and I'll stop, sir, of one very important lesson learned. The faster you get a new capability solution in the hand of the soldier, in the field, in an operational context, and listen to what the soldier has to say, and provide an opportunity with engineers, material developers, and training developers to be there so you can test, fix, and test. The sooner you do that, the sooner you can either accelerate a really potentially good solution or you can stop doing something stupid.
The follow-on question that's related to NIE, the questioner asks, how can I learn more about it? Can I visit it? Does the Army have a brief back situation after the NIE is completed for industry?
Answer is yes, or at least sort of yes to the latter, a brief back situation for industry. We can certainly provide that. I would really ask you all, we have a panel this afternoon called the Agile Capability Lifecycle Process, and is attended, that panel has the lead representatives of the Triad that I mentioned, the Brigade Modernization Command Commander, the System of Systems Integration, Army Test and Evaluation Command. And if you attend that panel, that would help. And if I could...
I think that's wonderful, asking people to come back after lunch on a nice
probably
day.
the best thing.
So we'll see everybody back there for that.
There is not a public day to say, hey, everybody come out to the NIE. We're trying to do an operational evaluation. But if you have systems involved in that, then you have people there present.
General Kukla, you have not been left out. I have a number of questions for you. So
sure, I'm incredibly excited.
You will have to stay after class.
Yes, sir.
It does not appear that the 24 challenges that you listed as areas driving S&T are tied to your priorities, as I looked at your chart, particularly number 7. How do you get a more balanced S&T portfolio out of what you're doing?
I don't know how to get a more balanced S&T. I don't know if you want to.
You want to go to the next question?
Well, no, I don't know if you want to balance. And
it's not quite as dumb.
I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge fan of what Dr. Freeman's doing. She's doing fantastic work with that community. There's no question about it. But I think instead of balancing the S&T portfolio, you want it informed by capability needs, capability gaps, and I think this portfolio review process opens those kinds of things up, opens that discussion up, gets the senior leadership to say, hey, what are we testing on lightweight fill in the blank, and so on. So, and Sir, you want to pile in on that? You good?
Well, I can't remember what the acronym stands for. The RSTRAT is the, RSTRAT? Thank you. And yeah, Dr. Freeman orchestrates that, but the Vice Chief of Staff chairs it, and we all come together, and it looks at what are our investments in science and technology. Pretty well takes us through the ringer. And that's the mechanism by which we make sure that we have I think, a balanced approach to S&T. So if the perception is we don't have a balanced approach, then I'd appreciate those ideas so we can fix it. And please grab me afterwards, and I can get with General Kuklo and Dr. Freeman also.